Miss Martin Muses and more insanity. Yes, apparently the world has gone insane. Happy April Fool's Day too to you all. And sadly, what I am talking about is not an April Fool's joke because the news broke yesterday, March 31st. Yes, believe it or not. Apparently, Meryl Streep has been offered the role of Aslan in the Narnia Chronicles or whatever on earth they're doing with this beloved IP. It is, these stories just write themselves. They are determined to take the Lord Jesus Christ and put him through a humiliation ritual. I mean, woe to those that do such things, but it's apparently a thing. And I want to go on record right now. Right now, I am on record. You heard it here first on Miss Martin Muses. They are going to come out and try to tell us that actually Aslan isn't Jesus. I mean, was he ever called Jesus? They say. Well, if you look at this letter from C.S. Lewis, well, you look at that. Well, if you look at the fourth paragraph of, I don't know, the phone book, it proves what, it's not definitive that Aslan is supposed to be Jesus. Who said it was a Christian allegory? Well, C.S. Lewis didn't even know what he was writing. That's what a lot of people try to say about Tolkien when he talks about his own work. They're like, well, he just said that in his private letters for reasons. But yeah, they're going to come up with all of that. Heard it here first. Hello, Adega Outlaw. Hello, nice to see you. Isn't it? It's another day that ends in Y. I really would have thought they were trolling us if it came out today. And many people might be thinking I'm trolling you all. And why is it a problem for Jesus being woman? I've already started seeing this. Well, is it really so bad? It's like, oh, well, God is this, God is that. It's like, yes, because this is a very specific religion that C.S. Lewis was an apologist for. An apologist is someone that gives the strongest possible defense of a position. It was literally an allegory, a one-to-one allegory. And Jesus, well, for one thing, he was a man, okay? And also, in the incarnation means something, okay? He became man. He became human in the form he did because God willed it so. It's a statement of fact. If you want to look at it historically, he was a man. It's just a thing. But they're going to deny that it's ever Jesus. They're going to start to even deny there's even any Christianity in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe or any of the Narnia books. All that other stuff, well, it just doesn't mean anything. Hell, they're probably going to deny that it's even Santa Claus when Father Christmas comes out. It's like, well, he's called Father Christmas in the books. And of course, forgetting that Father Christmas is how he's referred to in England and all that. So, my goodness. Well, I mean, I can't really get mad. I'm just, again, it's another day that ends in a Y. This started in the 90s. It started with all that Dan Brown crap, and it's just whatever. Whatever. I hope they tank, and they deserve to tank. But get ready for the gaslighting. The gaslighting kind of already has continued. I don't know if these are shills, if these are bots, or hell, we now know that sometimes executives and people involved with productions will have alts to defend themselves. So I don't know. Let's have a look. I'm going to double check my X. Okay, all of my private messages are closed. Oh, I muted a whole bunch of accounts underneath here. I think that this is where I discovered this. I discovered a lot of people to mute in this. So let me see, but I will want to highlight comments. Here we go. The attacks on Christianity, says Adega Outlaw, will only end when Christ returns. Well, that's true. He did say that that's the way it was going to be, didn't he? Yeah. But whoa, man, I just think it's hilarious because it's not going to work on two fronts. I know people that aren't Christians that enjoy The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe because, it's a great story. So they're going to take it and change it for a modern audience. So we already have like a Wheel of Time situation, a Rings of Prime situation, where they're not going to adapt what they say they're going to adapt. So you're going to piss off fantasy fans. And of course, obviously, not make Christians very happy. I used the analogy yesterday about it's like saying that you're going to perform a piece by Mozart. I said eine kleine Nachtmusik, but just take any music from Mozart. The Magic Flute. You're going to go see the Magic Flute, the opera. And instead, they decide to perform something that somebody's preschool son wrote for Father's Day. And everyone's like, you said it was going to be the Magic Flute. We're here to see the Magic Flute. And it's like, well, this is how I see the Magic Flute. That's what they're doing here. And by changing up Aslan like this, it's like taking a violin concerto. You're here to see a violin concerto. And you come out and it's played on the piano. And you're like, but I'm here to see the violin concerto. I don't know. Let's think of a famous piece. My mind, of course, is completely going blank. There's a very famous one by, I forget it. So famous, I forget it, but you get the idea. Rachmaninoff's concerto, for piano. So you go to show up, and instead it's played on the recorder. And they're like, what do you mean this isn't Rachmaninoff? What do you mean this isn't? The Magic Flute is my favorite. Yay! Yeah, you see, that's good. That has some really tricky parts. I technically can do that soprano thing. I used to do it a lot better than I have today. But yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Or you got tickets to see Les Mis. You show up and instead they perform, I don't know, they performed the home video that your teenage daughter made back in 1980. That's exactly what it's like. Okay, I had to Google it. I feel like an idiot. It's so famous, and he's so famous that I completely blanked it out. The Violin Concerto in E minor by Mendelssohn. If you know that piece, it's loads of fun. Sometimes people think it's overplayed. Understand, when you are live, sometimes you get the whole deer in the headlights thing going on, and you're concentrating on so many things at once. And again, I do not have on these someone in the background to help me, like some do, but the Violin Concerto in E minor, which is a great piece. If you've never heard it, it's loads of fun. It's just, there's a reason why everyone wants to play it. Yeah, Magic Flute is my favorite. Or you go to the cinema. Here we go. You go to the cinema and you want to see the latest Pride and Prejudice, and you show up and it's some sort of weird mashup. Like they decide, well, we're going to make Mr. Darcy a woman. Yeah. But making Aslan a man, I mean a woman, really? They deserve to lose all their money because one of the reasons why the original Narnia films, I shouldn't say the original ones, the ones that came out back in the 2000s, especially the first one, was they appealed to Christians. People were renting out screenings for it, and their churches were going. So this is a Christian audience, literally. So who is this going to be for? Someone help me. Who is this for? It's not for the Christians. It's not for C.S. Lewis, not for fans of C.S. Lewis, and it's not for people that enjoy it for just the story that it's gonna be. It's not for people that loved it as a child. All right, so here we go. Discussing film. Meryl Streep is rumored to have been offered the role of Aslan in Greta Gerwig's Narnia film. They're covering their butt saying rumored, but since we're talking about discussing film, this is probably something credible, unless it's one of those situations where they're throwing it out there to see how people would react. I mean, but duh. I mean, how do they think people are going to react? Well, of course, Father Miller. C.S. Lewis is turning in his grave. Stop. Well, yeah. Rosary Warrior, John Trent, complete and total abomination. This is DOA. And yeah, it was DOA to begin with. What did they say it would be? Rock and roll. And I love that because the person that was interviewing the producer was like, what the heck does that even mean? Like you saw it on their face that they were confused. And so, Meryl Streep, and it has a face. Someone called Nova. If Streep, oh, here we go. We found a bot or something. If Streep takes the role of Aslan, it could redefine the entire Narnia saga. Entire exciting times ahead. Oh my gosh. Well, yes, it will redefine it. And this person's saying exciting. And then, of course, everyone's like, why don't you write a new story? Wow. It's amazing how different adverts will come up on here. Something about Jesus. I'm not even sure what that ad is. Oh, oh dear. These people. No, just leave it alone. And write your own damn stories and trying to redefine what a lion and a lioness looks like. Oh, that's another good point. Oh, well, they have to do that if they make it a woman. Yeah. And we all know what a lioness looks like. So no big mane for Aslan. Oh my goodness. Well, whoever this mean bastard says they should get someone masculine like James Earl Jones or Michael Clark Duncan. Now, I'm hoping this person knows that James Earl Jones has passed. Maybe they're being similar to. I will be generous there. Someone has a meme. I want to make a movie of a beloved IP. Great. Here's the book. I don't want to adapt the book. I want to destroy a beloved IP. Yeah. Actually, this could have just ended with the I don't want to adapt the book. It is the Norporeal life form. I thought Aslan was a lion. Yes, he is. I mean, but he's being voiced by it. And if you're being voiced by a woman, then you would have to change the lion to a lioness. Norporeal life form says they made James a woman, but it's superstar. Yeah. You see, the fact that it is continuing a trend. You had Cynthia Erivo, superstar, and now you have Lion. That's totally Wheel of Time. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I said the analogy of you're going to see Beethoven's Fifth. This is another one, Beethoven's Fifth. And you play just some schlop. And everyone's like, what is this? That's not Beethoven's Fifth. Everyone's sitting there in the symphony getting ready to hear Beethoven's Fifth. And they're like, well, it's in a minor key. Beethoven's Fifth was in a minor key. What's your problem, bigots? Yeah, the way that the algorithm works is kind of creepy, the way this is coming up. Someone who I don't know who they are says, I hope this isn't true, but if it is true, a move like this will only ever be done to communicate a message, even if it does not serve the story in any way. Lewis was not shy with his allegory. No, he was not. It was very on the nose. Sometimes people have criticized him for it. And I'm like, why criticize him for it? If you're writing an allegory and if that's what you're choosing to write, that's what you're choosing to write. It's only if you write an allegory and you say, no, it's not, or try to gaslight people that's a problem. I mean, people write what you write. I really hate it when people try to compare, especially our fantasy authors, against each other. They're all different. Either the writers are saying Jesus can be a woman, or they are misunderstanding the allegory and saying God can be a woman. They understand the allegory. They understand completely. This is a choice. Yep. A Digo Outlaw is doing one of those this things for what the corporeal life form is saying. Indeed. Who's playing the Ice Queen? Oh, who's playing the Ice Queen? Bad Brad Pitt. Oh wait, and this person made an AI. There's the Ice Queen. Wow. There's Jada. Okay, we found another Schiller bot. If Aslan must be a woman, Streep is the best choice. Well, she must. What does that even mean? I love Meryl Streep, but why are they gender swapping Aslan? Yeah, well, we all know why. And someone does a quote, what if we made the embodiment of Christ female and gay? Someone says Hollywood hates Christ. I'm tired of it. Well, if anyone is hoping or depending on anything from Hollywood right now, it's a fool's errand, in my humble opinion. How are we going to share his? Oh, how are they going to shave his mane if she doesn't have a mane? Very good choice. And someone brings in Donald Trump, saying, I guess Donald Trump should have been Aslan. Pointing out the obvious. In Narnia, Aslan is literally Jesus himself. They finally starting to make Bible woke. LOL. Why can't Hollywood come up with new original ideas? Well, I think we know why. They want to destroy them. Aslan is male. Yes, we know that. At least they let us know it's going to be hot garbage before we all bought tickets. True. They progressed from mocking Christ to mocking Christ allegories. Well, they've been doing all of that. Oh, look. My goodness. Watch what YouTube does not want me to see. An advert here. Chronicles of Narnia and Harry Potter are really trying to compete with who can destroy a franchise faster. They better not do that, or they'll push away the only people who would actually see this movie. Well, there's truth in that. And it's a Christian audience. They're going to be the ones that are going to want to really, really watch this. But I think that ship passed when we saw who was making it. And it'll never equal a 1980s BBC version. Yes, a lot of people like that. I'm beloved or beholden to the cartoon because that's how I first saw it. Good to know they're going to be upfront about their mocking of Christianity. I'm not surprised, but I'm somewhat disappointed. Narnia is a Christian story, not a fake pagan story. Sorry, I left us. I'm not going to read out all of these. So the part where the richest servants humiliate Aslan by shaving off his mane is going to be changed. Or is the male lion with a female voice? Oh, of course. Of course. The light bulb just went off what they're doing. So, Daily Birds is saying, glad this is only a rumor so far. Why would a male lion with a mane have a female voice? Well, I think we just answered that question. It is Sort of Poopus Cribber. Hello, humans and other critters. Yes, hello. Good to see you here. We love our animals here at Miss Martin Muses. I never cared for Streep. Yeah, a lot of people consider her overrated. She's done some good performances in her day. I don't really have any use for her anymore. And it's Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. Hello. Thank you for being here. Greetings. Yes, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Yes. This is not an April Fool's joke because it broke yesterday, though it would make a very good April Fool's. People who are seeing this might think I'm April Fooling, but sadly, I am not. And then someone has a caption thing. Excuse me, Meryl Streep could play Batman and be the right choice. Maybe that's an actual quote. Oh, look, Tom Cruise, the last movie star advertisement. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Sometimes when I'm on, there's advertisements for... I'll just say what it was. I was looking at swimming suits, and all of a sudden, all these swimming suits, all these sexy swimming suits were popping up. All right, we have some... They made Aslan with blue hair. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wow. That's a good one. And so it goes, there's a new Narnia film. Yeah. Are they aiming to see if they can take less money and have it emptier theaters than Snow White? All these changes are Not even groundbreaking, like I knew they were going to drastically change the source material given the Christian-based allegories in the book. Yeah, that is true. I remember when Liam Neeson was Aslan, back when they cared about doing decent movies that stayed true to what people expected. I would sacrifice 1,000 filmmakers to bring good movies back. Someone's asking for Peter Cullen to be Aslan. I know they're going to mess this up, especially when I heard the way they are talking. They're talking about how the view of Susan was misogynistic because she didn't want anything to do with Narnia anymore. She only cared about being grown up and with makeup and clothes. That's not misogyny. It's an allegorical story. It has nothing to do with her being a female. It has to do with finding the things of God foolish, silly. I'm so sad they are going about the whole story this way. We will see if they could maybe turn around. Who knows? I will give it a chance. Nope, not giving it a chance. Yeah, we talked about this. I think it was on Untamed Mando's channel in detail about the whole Susan thing. So someone says, I'm thinking about turning an H.P. Lovecraft into a Christian movie about love and kindness. Yeah, that's the equivalent, isn't it? So she's going to play a male lion. It's over. Well, I think we knew that. Oh, C.S. Lewis was a diehard Christian and made it known in his works. Of course, Hollywood wants to pervert that. Yeah. The Narnia Chronicles were how I was introduced to him because I read him as a kid, but it was his apologetics that I've read the most of him. As an adult, his apologetics works are really great. Meryl would be a great choice as the White Witch instead. Can't wait to never see any of these movies. There we are. They're getting Gerwig to run another classic character, eye roll, but instead of just turning Barbie, a plastic doll, into a misandrist, this time around is turning into personification of Jesus into a woman. Unsurprising. I'm sure it'll work out well for them. Liam Neeson watching this in complete silence. Yeah. Well, I'm not even sure he cares. I just have an opinion about Hollywood actors. I'm not sure they care as much as we attribute to them. I'm sure whatever else it is, says Snortopupus Gruber, it's an attempt to subvert Lewis's work. Yeah, of course it is. Everyone's saying hello. Groundbreaking, says Tommy, has now become Hollywood breaking imaginary glass ceilings. Very well said. Chalk it up to another classic ruined by Hollywood. Yeah, and I guess the good news is it cannot be ruined because the great work will always be with us. Not interested? Why is it so hard to just elevate the material instead of butchering it? First Harry Potter, now this. Someone says, quite frankly, unless a director, producer, and writer is Christian, they shouldn't be allowed to make it. I take a little bit of an issue with that. I think that if you're faithful to the work, you can do it. Like, look what Peter Jackson said. He was interviewed on the Catholic channel. The whole cast wasn't Peter Jackson. And he said that, well, he understood what Tolkien was doing, that he didn't explicitly try to bring Catholic stuff into it, but he was adapting the work. So of course you saw it. You can just adapt the work. It is a bonus though if they are, because you will bring a little bit of something to it that maybe other people might not get or understand. Like, I don't think that I would be the best person to adapt, screenwrite, or write something with a Jewish protagonist or Jewish themes. No Imperial Lifeform says, I stole and posted that meme. Cheers. Well done. Everyone else steals, so why not? You know what a main means, right? I think they do. I think we know that it's going to be the Transformers. Aslan is very clearly a male lion. His mane, which only male lions has, is essential to the plot of the story. Really thinking the studios want to lose money. Yeah. This movie will fail. I would cast Cumberbatch instead, but whatever. Well, it's the voice. Aslan is a male character, though. Gonna be a hard no if they're casting a woman for a role that literally is Jesus. Yeah, hell yeah. Snow White was amazing. Can't wait to see this one, too. Gerwig made a neat film when it was about herself. Subsequent films take something great with a low-risk twist. The cinematic equivalent of a lesbian bakery. No, my sugar and flour is subversive. See the names? Easy prediction. It won't make the point it thinks it's making. There you have Isildur. No. What are they trying to do? Make a bigger flop than Snow White? Just cancel it already? Why is everyone doing April Fool's Day early this year? I love it because I was saying something like that. Yes. Sort of Poopa says, did anyone tell them that the lion has a large mane? It's male. Correct. Yeah. That's why I'm thinking we stumbled onto the Transformers. That's what's going on. Of course. I'm surprised it took me a day to see this. Really, if they alter her voice like they did for Benedict Cumberbatch as he played Smaug the Dragon in The Hobbit, could this actually work? So I guess this person's really stretching, trying to say, well, if they make it sound male, then it's okay. I guess, except for the fact that if you want to have a male voice and just choose a male voice, why get Meryl Streep and alter it? That person's reaching. I can't tell if the person is a shill type person, or if it is someone that's maybe trying to keep some sort of illusion. You know, we saw this with the Star Wars is Saved crowd. I'm just going to say it. The movies were I'm not going to say that out loud. They may as well ask Rachel Zegler. I won't watch this person they play representing Jesus. Well, I wasn't even going to watch it to begin with. I was almost in the camp of, well, let's wait and see until I'm like, yeah, no. April Fools, I hope. No one won't be watching. Someone's saying God is a woman, probably a bot, or somebody trying to get engagement bait. Sadly, they got 524, but at least they didn't get 1 million. Insanity. Greta, I swear if you woke up the Narnia story, you're going to face a boycott from everyone who loves the books. I don't think they care. And because all of this money is probably laundered anyways, maybe it's okay if they keep making flops. Making Aslan female would be the one definite thing that would make me refuse to see it. Well, absolutely. Oh dear, if I understand you correctly, she will look like this. I guess there's an account called I Find Retardando. So a lot of people are tagging them. Oh wait, I already said that. Tommy says, I love the smell of bigotry in the morning. Yes, and it is bigotry. It is. But we all know why it's acceptable to do it to Christians. Anyone else think that Streep should be the White Witch instead? I think that would be a good casting. Arnold Schwarzenegger's expression. Hey, look, somebody's book is just like Princess Bride meets Robin Hood in Milan in the 14th century Belgium. I'm not entirely sure about that. Okay, be ashamed of who you are. Oh boy, all the news on Gerg's Narnia movies so far, and it's that scene from Jurassic Park with the huge pile of dung. Oh my goodness. You know, they have had one mess up after the other with this, haven't they? Why are we rehashing a trilogy that came out 20 years ago? Oh, for what? Okay, this is someone that doesn't understand the Narnia, thinks it's a trilogy. Hollywood really has run out of imagination and originality. Their intent is hateful to insult and mock. They should be ashamed. Casting Ian McKellen instead. Oh gosh, someone put that quote, things never happen the same way twice, dear one. Well, apparently that's true. I'm rooting for the witch. Yeah. Stop everything. I'm not sure I can read your name there. I'm not sure what language. Stop everything. That is one huge pile of crap. Darn right it is. Oh gosh, why are they drilling? What? Says somebody. If they gender swap Aslan, this will absolutely bomb. Take Narnia away from them now. They don't deserve it. Nope. It was all about money. This is beyond dumb of true. Make Aslan great again. Make the lion as well. She's not even Aslan. Shake my hand. Whitewashing another role that should have gone to it. Oh gosh, they're being silly now. This all started when they changed the order of the books, and now look at where we are. This will likely flop. This is just perverse. two things here. They better not. Did they learn nothing from Snow White? They never learn. They never learn. Meryl Streep as Aslan would be a fascinating choice. Her depth and presence could bring something truly unique to the role. Oh, we found another bot. Pathetic. It has to be a woman. For crying out loud. This whole, if it has to be a woman. There's no actor alive who could play Aslan. If someone had to do it, would be Russell Crowe. Laugh my out. Soft, what is this trash? And they cast Samuel L. Jackson as the White Witch. Nothing is holy to Hollywood. Well, of course it's not. Oh boy, here we go. Anything that has Greta Gerwig's name on it is a bona fide hit. I don't know if that person's being ironic or not. Blatant disrespect for the original creation. Why is it always the females who want to change stuff like this or make things gayer? Well, not necessarily. Look at what they've done with the Wheels of Prime. All right. Look who it is. It is Anti-Derivative Jill. Hello and good morning. Everyone's saying good morning to Jill. Hey, Jill. Hey, Snortopoopas. Hello. The Wheel of Time series says Norporeal life form makes me root for the villains as well. Yes. The heroes are even bigger villains. Yeah, let's land fear. And the Dark One. Let them rule forever. Is this on Fool's joke? I'm going to be asking this all day. I would have thought so, but the news broke yesterday. Unless they didn't know their clocks. But no, I wish it were. Or maybe not. Think of all the content everyone's going to get out of this. It's just Greek. Hi, Greek letters, Larson. Oh, is that what that is? Hello, Greek letters. We believe in Greek letters here at Miss Martin Muses. Hiya, Commander. Everyone's saying hello, hello. We all like people here at Miss Martin Muses. Why won't people go to movie theaters? That's a good one. Well, yeah, I think they're going to premiere the first episodes in the cinema for a few weeks. It's not going to work. It's just a disaster. They are intent on perverting this property. Of course they are. How is this possible? Aslan has a main. Transformers? This cannot be real. Recall Miss Streep's God is Harvey. Her words. Yeah, they shouldn't be remaking this film. Well, I think people are misunderstanding it as a film franchise. It is not. Narnia about to get a 10-minute monologue on the burden of being a lion. And it begins, folks. And here we go, says the Joker. Love Narnia. This will be interesting. Someone grabs a thing of popcorn. Maybe that's our attitude. This series is going to be terrible. Just read the book. No, I won't watch. Yeah. Oh, how you feeling? Oh, it works. It's worked, Tommy. Okay, well, I hope all of you feel better. Yes. Adega Outlaw. Yeah. All right. Yeah, everyone's going through some rough times. Let's all support each other. Disney doesn't believe in April's Fool. No, they don't. Well, they don't believe in anything anymore. Hello. Everyone's saying hello here. Yes, and all of you that are watching in the replay, let me know in the comments what you think. No. People laughing. If Aslan is not male, I ain't watching it. Can we please have someone who really cares about C.S. Lewis? Well, that's too much to wish for. It's horrible, says. No, thank you. Says, well, another disappointment. Ted Lasso was a great show, especially the first season, and then it just went to hell in a handbasket. Do we just burn Hollywood down and start over at this point? Nope, will not watch. Subversion is the reason they want to make it. Of course it is. What the actual F? He's a dude. Why would yeah, well, of course, we know why. Hype is gone. Snow White energy. Shut it down. I don't see too many people supporting this. Oh, everyone's saying nice avatar for Anti-Derivative Jill. Oh yeah, there we go. I did see. Yeah, I don't have my reading glasses on, so I kind of have to go from a bit of a distance to do these things. And yeah, I just had a quick look at that. Woofy, woofy, woof, Miss Martin Muses and everyone. Well, hello, we love our animals here at Miss Martin Muses. Tell me what you think about this, about Meryl Streep playing Aslan. And it is not an April Fool's joke. It's all so clear now what they're doing, because she will have a mane. We know that. Chloe in Wonderland is like, why on earth do these things come up for me? Well, I can understand the Sussex thing because I'm always looking up royal stuff, but I don't know what that other is all about. All right. What do we have here? Oh, we have South Park. Yeah, talking about the time that Meryl Streep called Harvey Wine God, put a chick in it and make it gay. Yeah, from the South Park. This is how you make a flop. The flop is coming. Oh, he's sitting there spraying him with a water bottle. My goodness. Tommy says, "Sorry, oh, I've been going through extended rough patch with the back." Yeah, sorry to hear about that. Aslan is female now, apparently. So either no main or they're going to keep the main, and we know what that means. I fully support that version of Adlan. We need fresh memes. I think there's going to be lots. We've already seen some good one. Some like Spanish. I can't speak Spanish. Sorry. Someone's doing a quote from the books. Aslan is a lion, the great lion. Is he quite safe? I shall feel rather nervous about meeting a lion. Safe? Who said anything about safe? Of course he isn't safe, but he's good. He's the king. Yeah. Well, the Lion of Judah. That's the other thing. These are images from the Bible, even about Jesus. Are they just making heaps of flaming garbage on purpose now? Well, and you know how much it's going to cost to make this? If you're going to bring on someone like Meryl Streep, even for her to utter a few words, it's going to cost a lot. It's so absurd. That's whack. Oh boy, the Lion, the Queen, and the Closet. She made the devil and now she wants to make the creator. Why are these ads coming up? Otherwise known as How to Tank Your Film. That's the picture of Marco Rubio. Oh, the beleaguered Marco Rubio. Please tell us what's going on. I'm very confused and not liking it. I love these movie news accounts warning me about how stupid movies will be, so I don't even have to watch. Yeah. Hound 3000 needs some hugs says, won't be surprised. Aslan is a female tiger. Oh, yeah, they'll make it a tiger. I bet the winter witch in this version will be a toxic albino male. Well, definitely toxic, yes. Oh, yeah, because they can't have a woman be bad. Wokies make no sense. They get mad when the V8 isn't in the same race as a character. Aslan is male. Why is a woman voicing him? Is Meryl a transformer now? But see, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like that's the case. He's very clearly a male lion and literally Jesus Christ in Narnia. Shouldn't be a woman, nor should be a woman making Narnia. Stick to Barbie. I mean, Barbie, that was her territory. I didn't mind as much as other people did, but yeah. Oh, my goodness gracious. It just occurred to me. So if they're going to be messing with Jesus in Narnia, shouldn't be a woman or should a woman be making Narnia? Well, I mean, a woman could. I could. Well, I couldn't. I'm not that kind of a director. I guess it's okay, but oh boy. Yeah. What else are they going to do? Are they going to turn Father Christmas into Mother Christmas? Make Santa Claus a woman? Everyone's saying hello to each other. Yay, we love people saying hello at Miss Martin Muses. What kind of ridiculousness is this? I have translated that. Aslan is quite literally and obviously a male lion. Giving it to a female actress is just ridiculous. When is Hollywood going to wake up and realize the general public doesn't like this? Well, they know. They don't care. Another woke piece of garbage I won't be watching. Everything is fake. This is why the anti-woke exists. Good point. Aslan is male. We know that. Stupid. Someone is quoting scripture. I'm not sure in context here, but oh well. If Streep has any sense, she said, "Are you ridiculous? F no." And thus saved herself from being tied to something so ridiculous. Yeah. Well, since they're keeping it as a rumor, I think they're testing the waters, and maybe Meryl Streep won't do it. Or maybe she will, because they like being awful to people. They don't like Americans. Let me see. Norporeal Lifeform says, oh, Miss Martin Muses, how are you in Fires of Heaven? I have passed the 300 pages. I think I'm around 20. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. It's good stuff. We should congratulate Aslan for transforming. Yes, transitioning. Well, oh, it's Rachel Perciart. Hello. Well, one more reason not to watch it. Like we needed more. I know. Well, remember, it's going to be rock and roll. It's like, what? This is beyond stupid. You mean to tell me the Barbie director isn't going to do an honest adaptation of this classic story? Hey, watch the movie YouTube does not want you to see. I've already seen that. That ad's come up more than once. Why is Cory Booker trending? I don't care. He's a male. Wow. These says a not nice word. Don't even know the difference between what a lion and lioness looks like. Well, they know. They don't care. They're doing it on purpose. Why does the woke have to infect every bloody film with this toxic agenda? Well, because it is a religion to them. You know, when people knock on the door, the Jehovah Witnesses, well, Christians do it too, and people, street preachers, all that kind of stuff. With that kind of zeal, that evangelical zeal, that's the way these individuals are, but with their anti-woke religion, or at their woke religion. If they do, it's over before it begins. It is. I think it was over before it began when they announced it. This is pathetic. The left destroys everything it touches. Yes, they cannot create. Everyone's saying hello. Greek letters. I fully support the creation of woke content in movies and TV shows. It's making people read more books. Good point. Yes, read the books. Please read the books. Yeah, reading conservative, quote unquote, conservative literature is now more is now more rebellious than reading like sexy stuff. Like, remember back in the day, it's like, oh, this has sex in it. Oh, it's so scandalous. And oh, rock and roll. That our parents or some individuals think that it's satanic. So ha, watch me do it. And now to rebel, we're gonna put on ties, wear skirts that go past our knees, and read children's Christian literature by a Christian apologist that's wholesome and makes you smile. That's rebellion. G.K. Chesterton said a long time ago that pretty soon doing virtue will have the same exhilaration of doing a vice. Rachel Perciart says they sure don't like Christians either, which is why they're doing this adaptation anyways. Yes, they don't like us. Hey, sort of poop is out. People are saying hello. Yes. The left destroys everything it touches. I sincerely hope she's not stupid enough to take the role, especially after calling Harvey Weinstein. Well, I think that she will do it with glee because she knows it's upsetting to people. So you are gender swapping animals now. Not woke or edgy enough. And I'm not going to read that out loud. Oh, someone has a male lion and a lioness next to each other. Yeah, so on the right is how Aslan will have to look. Stop being fake. How many millions of dollars does Hollywood have to lose before they realize this stuff just doesn't work? What is Hollywood? This is what Hollywood considers creativity. Hollywood doesn't make movies for others but themselves, and most people's values don't align with Hollywood. Stop giving Greta Gerwig a job that creates consistently woman-washed, lame-ass, feminized, blah. Well, to be fair, she did do a $1 billion movie. She did make money for Hollywood. Next, they'll cast Rachel Zegler as Screwtape, says Nordapupus Gruber, and have her trying to guide gullible humans into the proper path. Yikes. Let's see. Wait, is that it? That looks like it's it. Or the stupid thing that they're doing on X where we're only going to show you relevant replies. It's like, thank you for choosing for me. Maybe I want to see everyone's replies. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Let me just do this. Yeah, so those are things that gave us a lot of good food for thought there. But it's just goes without saying, but that this is just more of the same old. And I said it at the beginning of the stream. Wait for it. The next narrative is going to be that nobody ever said Aslan was Jesus. This isn't a Christian allegory. I don't know why people are thinking this. I mean, obviously, it's not a Christian allegory. Look at this letter by C.S. Lewis proving it's not a Christian allegory, proving it's not Jesus. They're going to gaslight us there. We know that's going to happen. In the same way, a lot of people try to do that with the works of Tolkien. Or if they, and then if somebody has a quote by C.S. Lewis saying about the Christian allegory, and people are going to say, well, C.S. Lewis was only just saying that because he wanted to make the person happy. He didn't really believe it, which is also, absurd. Wait. Aslan is Jesus? No way. I know. Can you believe some stupid people actually think Aslan is supposed to be Jesus? It's supposed to be Christianity and that whole final battle thing at the end. What a bunch of losers. Losers. Yeah. So that's what I had on mind today. No, this is not story time about what would you like to muse. Yeah. So, I'll do some open musings here if there's anything y'all want to throw out here. And the way open musings works is I can veto it if I want to because I don't want to lose my channel, or I don't tend to talk about other individuals unless they are public figures like Meryl Streep. Like I can talk about her all day. Rachel Zegler says Hound 3000 is actually suitable as Farquaad, my good bear. She's a good singer. But beyond that, I just don't think too much about her. She's starting to do some stage work. She might do well there and just shut her mouth. The way stage work stuff goes, though, when you have shows like Hamilton or The Lion King or Beauty and the Beast is still on tour, Wicked, and Phantom of the Opera, Les Mis, people go to see the show. They don't go to see a particular actor. I mean, some people might try to see it if there's some stunt casting, but for the most part, you will find that they will always be sold out on tour. They're always sold out because of what the show is, not who is playing the role. So that's that. And you'll find true talent because you can't fake it when you're on a stage. I guess we can enjoy the utter implosions that we see happening, though. I mean, isn't that nice? Maybe a bit of schadenfreude here and there. Yeah, it's good for you. I'm still thinking, what, Aslan is Jesus? Yes, he is. Indeed, he is. I think it's a good way to kind of teach kids about Jesus. Man, I cried my eyes out, though. Man, so sad. Even though I knew he was going to rise again. It was ridiculous. When I reread it, when I watched it in the movie, I'm crying. Oh, my goodness. All right. Sort of Poopus Gruber says, latest news from Hollywood. C.S. Lewis claimed he wasn't a Christian in a shocking new letter just found in a mayonnaise jar kept in Kathleen Kennedy's basement. Don't give them ideas, sort of Poopus. Don't give them ideas. Wow. Watch it. Something similar is going to happen. What is Ziegler good for? Absolutely nothing. She's a good singer, but you know what? Singers are a dime a dozen. Yeah. Pride always comes before a fall. And how great is the fall? Speaking of which, yeah, I've got the Catholic Explaining Trolling that is going to finally debut. It took me a long time, and I'll tell you what, it's got some hellfire and brimstone, Teresa. So I go there. So I've had that on the mind. I'll give you a little bit of a preview. Trolling is not good. Rather, it is never good. Never. And I give the definition of trolling too and all that. Like light teasing and all that. Okay, fine, whatever. but trolling is a very specific definition for what it does to people. Yeah, what is okay? What is secular? Absolutely nothing. Yeah. So thank you, everyone that is coming in. Please drop me a like, share, and a subscribe early and often. What is it? I'm at 1173 and 63 rather. And usually I go and check and see what was happening. Well, maybe I'll check and see what's happening. But then someone like goes and unsubscribes just to mess up my stream. Let's see. I'm at 1163. Let's see if there's anything that happened in that year. Anything exciting? Yeah, we want to get up to Agincourt. Yes, we do. All right, let's see what happened this year. Oh my gosh, the first stone of the Cathedral of Notre Dame de Paris is set by Pope Alexander III during the reign of Louis VII. Yeah, I mean, that's how ancient Notre Dame is, and that is why it was such a tragedy when it burned. And they can reopen it and all that, but that's not the Notre Dame I remember. That's not the Notre Dame I remember. Council of Tours open, and Albigensians are condemned as heretics. Sort of Poops Gruber said, Aslan claimed he was Jesus, but he was a lion. Okay, confused now. Oh yeah, they're going to say he was lying when he said it. And they're going to probably bring in Susan with that. It's like, well, you also said something about Susan. He was obviously lying about that because we're going to change it. Anything else happen? Norwegian law of succession is introduced. Well done, Norway. Ooh, a Cistercian house in Locum Abbey. See, who was born? Anyone interesting? Who died? Anyone big? No? Okay, that's it. Well, the first stone of Notre Dame, gosh, forgive me, Notre Dame was laid. Well, woohoo, at 1163. Snortopupus. I mean, he was a doggy, in my humble opinion. Oh, look who's here. It's Force of Light Entertainment. Hello, Force of Light Entertainment. Yes, we're talking about Aslan is apparently either a woman or a transformer, which is obviously what C.S. Lewis intended. Absolutely, he intended it. Everyone's saying hello, hello. Oh. And we have a $2 super chat from Force of Light Entertainment. Thank you very much for the $2 super chat. I'm out if this news is true about Aslan. Oh, absolutely. We knew that there was something wrong when they said, what was it? It's going to be rock and roll. We knew something was wrong when we knew that Greta Gerwig was going to do it. And now this, yeah, it's going to be bad. Really bad. Worse than we even thought. Well, and for that $2 super chat, ladies, you get a rose. Thank you very much. And thank you for stopping by and for your comment. Hey, chat. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about the fact that they're going to start denying that it was even about Jesus and say that, well, C.S. Lewis said it was, but he didn't really mean it, and we're going to prove it with this. Or maybe C.S. Lewis thought it was, but it's such a universal tale, it doesn't really matter that it's Christian. And just like what they've done with Tolkien, what people have been doing to try to discredit him, they're going to be finding all sorts of letters. They're going to be finding all sorts of things. They're going to pull things out of thin air. They're going to try to maybe even discredit C.S. Lewis. Maybe say C.S. Lewis was really a horrible person. He was a misogynist. He's gotten some criticism for that, for the whole Susan thing. Just wait. It's going to be attack on C.S. Lewis, which won't go well. Won't go well at all. People will not like that. Everyone's saying good morning. Archer Collins says, I'm absolutely certain an aging Meryl Streep is exactly what Lewis had in mind when he wrote the Narnia Chronicles. Yes. He's like, certainly, an old woman That's what I meant. Why did I say he and all this and say he was Jesus? I don't know. I was confused. Here's a good one. He was constrained by the time he lived in. If he had lived today, this is what he was going to do. This is what he would have done. Snortapoof says, I have furry feet. In fact, I have 4 furry feet. Therefore, I am 2 hobbits. Well done. Yes, you are. Archer Collins says, given that they accessed Narnia via a wardrobe in the first book, what's the betting? If you haven't mentioned already, it will be a coming out of the closet analogy. Ooh. You got it. Yeah, I did not mention that earlier. No, that's a good one. I think some people joked on the Twitter thread I was looking at, but coming out of the closet, absolutely. That's what's going to be happening. Sort of poopus, did you eat Merry and Pippin? Or they're going to say that it was supposed to be a veiled reference to coming out of the closet. So therefore, they're honoring C.S. Lewis by doing this. They're honoring him, I tell you. Everyone's, what hobbits? What about second breakfast? Oh, so now wait till we see the casting of the kids or the White Witch. Oh, wouldn't it be if they cast like Cynthia Erivo as the White Witch? Watch them do it. Watch them do it. Oh my goodness. There's a reason why they're keeping the plot and the plans very close to their chest. It's going to be exactly like Rings of Power. They're going to wait until they can't deny anything. They're going to wait until the first trailer comes out when they can't hide what they're doing anymore. And they're going to come out and let's let it out. Here's what it is. Because if they were adapting the story, if they were adapting the book, they would just say so. They would say, hey, we're doing The Magician's Nephew. Hey, we're doing this one. Hey, we're doing this. This is going to be great. There's a reason. Or maybe they're not even going to do the books at all. We're going to make our own stories. Rachel Percy-Hart says, guarantee the witch will be played by someone of ambiguous gender. That too. And they're going to pull it out of their butts to say all the reasons why. Are they tasty? Sort of poopas. Rachel Percy-Hart says, Tree said, that's what I was imagining. Cynthia is the White Witch. Yeah, they're putting her in everything else. Why not? Why not? And oh gosh, what are they going to do with Mr. Thomas? Oh, if they do The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Or they'll rewrite it that the professor was some creepy PDF file. For a modern audience. Archer Collins says the kids will be 4 different races and genders. Yeah, even though they're siblings. The villain will, of course, be gender swapped into a white male. Oh, yeah. That whole manipulated AI image of Brad Pitt as the witch. So Napoleon Lifeform says somebody put out a rumor wanting Princess Zelda in the new Zelda trilogy. Oh, that's just ridiculous. That's absurd. Sometimes I think they're just trolling us, and sometimes I think they're absolutely serious. Who knows? Oh boy. So I, of course, always have other backup things to muse about, but then when this broke yesterday, I'm like, well, of course, we need to do this. I think that the idea that either they're going to have to make her look like a lioness, Aslan, rather the character, not Aslan. Aslan is and always will be a male character, or they're going to have Aslan as a male lion with a female voice. Trans Princess Snorpoil, yep. Nintendo fans are weirdos. Oops. Rachel Pritchard says, I wouldn't doubt that happening. Honestly, maybe they'll cast Elliot Page as Link. There you go. Please don't give them any ideas, everyone, though. Yeah, wow, Norporeal. Adult children. Yes. Well, there's a lot of that going on right now, isn't there? Oh my goodness. So, well, we're coming at the 1 hour mark, and I have some things to do. Like Disney adults are normal compared to Nintendo adults. My gosh, that must be bad. Starring Meryl Streep as Aslana. Oh gosh, yeah. Dang, you got it here. Hmm. Now we know. Now we know. It's it's meant to be. Absolutely. Well, I hope all you are doing well. Let me know what's going on in your lives, and hopefully it's not too bad. I've got a lot of stuff I'm doing here. Been working really hard, but a girl can't complain because I got the best view ever. Maybe I'll put the view out on my X. I can do that. And Teresa will be traveling, even more traveling that I'm doing right now. So I'm going to be going on an Alaskan cruise next month. A whole bunch of us are celebrating. So together, it's going to be fun. And I've never been to Alaska. It has been a bucket list. So let me see if I always like to send y'all over to Mrs. Dadman Walking. Let's see if she's live this morning. She is, and she's doing stuff with April Fools. So I'm gonna go ahead and put her link in the chat. Teresa Travels. Yep, darn right. Yeah, that was going to be the original name of this channel, but what happened was COVID, and then I had to quit traveling. So I'm like, darn it. So Teresa Travels will just be my theme. Maybe I'll come back to Teresa Travels Tuesdays. And yes, Teresa traveling is always loads of fun, in my humble opinion. And I hope that you all enjoy traveling with me. Yes, in the teens of this century, I did a lot. Every summer I would go over to Europe. I haven't made it back to Europe since COVID. I hope to do so, but this one is hitting the pocketbook a little bit, so I will not be crossing the pond. Hopefully, maybe next year I plan to do that. I want to get back to Ireland. It's been a long time. If it's still Ireland when I get there, but where I'm planning to go is going to be in the Whale Talk, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Rachel Percy said, I had the same thing happen. I was just starting a travel blog and bam, lockdown. Yeah. So if I ever do a second channel, it will be called Teresa Travels. I'm going to Japan in less than 4 weeks. Yay! Well done. Yes. And you, sir, had better just chronicle the hell out of it. You hear me? We want to see pictures, the whole thing. Sadly, Europe is not what it used to be. No, it's not. I don't know if it's hurting your tourism, but I mean, I don't even know if it's even safe to go to England anymore. I mean, where would I go? Where could I go where I wouldn't get attacked? I mean, you see all these knife things, and especially a woman alone. I just don't know. I just don't know, and that's just what's so sad about Ireland as well. It's like, where can I go where I'll be safe? Where will I go where I'll even have authentic Irish culture? Because they're like destroying it. Literally. The Irish are getting fed up. They are. I hope they start fighting, but the problem is they imported so many people, they can't get anything done politically. I warned them. Gosh darn it, I warned them back in the 90s and stuff. My friends, I was like, "Listen, I know there's certain things you all want, but don't you understand you're opening that door, and once that door opens, you cannot shut it." No one listened, of course. I want to check out Poland. Yes. Well, maybe I need to go to Poland soon before they start going to hell in a handbasket. Watch out for all those Black Samurai assassins. Yeah, they're around every corner. Well, I think Our Lady of Knock will help us out. There is an airport at Knock. Maybe I should fly into Knock because I'm wondering if it's even safe to fly into Dublin. That's where I usually like to fly into, and then I go from there down to Cork. Because the last time I figured out to get to Cork, I had to go through Manchester. And I'm like, I'm never doing that again, ever. Or I guess I could go through Paris, but oh well. Different story. Cosplay is a thing with tourists. Ha ha ha. It really isn't safe for a woman alone, says Rachel Percy Art. My ex lives in the Midlands and told me I couldn't come without a travel partner. Wow. I believe you. I believe you. Well, especially since there's some attitudes among a lot of these individuals who come in that a woman shouldn't be alone. And if a woman is alone, then she's fair game. It's despicable. They won't. They don't care how IST the EU calls them. You say they won't. Oh, you mean that Poland? Well, they elected that lefty. That's what concerns me because they've been using the parliamentary system to get in without majorities. Yeah. But Poland has stayed faithful. And if you stay faithful, you will. You see, what happened to Ireland is they gave up the faith. And I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen when they did so. And it did. Go to Cotswold Village in UK. Very peaceful feel. I love the cheese too. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Wales is okay. Let me know about Wales. It's not the Europeans that are problem. It's their globalist politicians. Yes. And that's true. I should make that clear because I know that many of the people are fighting the good fight and that they didn't vote for this. Very similar to the last 4 years. Like I didn't vote for that. But that didn't mean all Americans were horrendous because of what whoever was running the country was doing. And we know it wasn't Biden. He doesn't even like to be out alone, and he lives in what was a pretty safe area. It kind of ruined my dream of moving to England. Oh, isn't that awful? Well, and the thing is, over there, you're not allowed to carry. I mean, here in America, one thing that keeps things in check is you can carry, you can have a gun. And even if you don't have a gun, especially where I live in Texas, everyone thinks I have a gun because I'm not good with guns at all. But they think I have a gun because every woman has a gun. It's a great equalizer. But how do you protect yourself? They don't let you protect yourself. Why is Europe so hell-bent on letting the whole world in, or definitely the globalist politicians? Well, I think that it is a way to conquer us. I think that there are nefarious deep state individuals. I felt like it was some oligarchy of nations, and that is why they are so hell-bent. They were so hell-bent to stop America from stopping it. And this is a very scary time. I'm trying not to think too hard about things because I'm concerned. I'm really concerned about why our president just won't shut up about taking over Canada and Greenland. That worries me. I don't know. Wales, says Archer Collins, 20-mile-per-hour roads and a woke government. And I have several shows there this year. Oh, boy. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure it has a woke government, but is it safe for a woman? Maybe I should do those cruises where I just stay out in the ocean and wave at the nations or come to shore for a little bit. Globalist left politics and very right-leaning ideology. Archer Collins says we're not allowed to protect ourselves or to complain about it. I know, and that's what's frightening. That's why we are so hell-bent on not giving up our guns here in America. That we can't. I have comfort that even though I don't really know what to do with a gun, I know that my neighbors do. They're very good at it. What I know about a gun is 1, always assume it's loaded. 2, keep it pointed down unless you're wanting to shoot, and you only point it at someone when you want to shoot. That's what I know about how to deal with a gun. Rachel Percy-Art says, it's kind of how a certain group of people conquered parts of Europe in the past. Yes. See, they haven't given up. We're like, oh, well, we've moved past that. And they've even apologized for it. But they're like, no, we're still doing this. Yeah, we're going to work on this. Move the men in and start children with the native population. Mm-hmm. The fact that they're all fighting age men should be a concern. Yeah, and we know that. Archer Collins says, rule number 1, never take anyone's word for it that a gun is unloaded or safe. Mm-hmm. Never. Looking at you, Alec Baldwin, which is why he was responsible. You are always responsible for what is in your hand. And oh, well, in any case, all right. So here's I'm gonna. Oh, wait, Norporial says well we got going on this one. This is weakness in men. Worried about being labeled stuff and the evil coercion that globalists resort to make those societal changes. That's right. Yeah. Well, and women too. But that's maybe why they wanted to cuck the men. It was on purpose. We're past though being afraid of being called ists because we were called ists too often. We were called Yahtzees too often. We were called Mittler too often. So it lost its power. If there's any good thing that's come out of all of this is our new administration has shown don't let them calling you names intimidate you. I just wish they would quit trolling because that's not okay. A gun is absolutely safe, says Greek letter person, as long as no one's messing with it. Darn right. Yeah, I mean, you need to know how to use it. And that's why I think people need to be educated in it. There's a part of me that says that I need to be educated into how to use it. Like go take a lesson or something. Maybe I should. Just so I know what to do. Norporeal life form says they are willing to disappear cultures. Yeah. So because of an Australian artist, the European culture is okay to disappear. Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. And I love it. Some Germans were lecturing Americans on, remember, this. And they were like, we're not going to take advice from a German about what to do and look at what's happening in your own country. We're not the ones putting people in jail over memes. They never learn the lesson of the boy who cried wolf. Nope, it isn't a bad idea. Cancellations, yeah, and cancellations did happen, and I get it. And people are very lucky who are uncancelable. That's why we kind of got success with Elon Musk because he had so much FU money, he was able to survive it. I know it's April Fool's today, says Greek letters person, but seriously, are you going to invade Canada or what? We see, that's the thing. I don't want to. I don't like it. And I want him to shut the F up. It's really making me pissed off. It really is. And I'm like, listen, we helped, we worked to get you elected. Don't waste things. Don't F it up just because you think something's funny. It's not. It's deadly serious and it's not okay. It's like every time we get a victory, it's like they self-sabotage. So frustrating to watch. Archer Collins says, I'm generally not sure if our firearms use and safety should be taught in schools. I think so. I mean, if only what to do, like if you see a gun or if there's a gun that's unattended. You see, this is the other thing. A lot of people don't understand that gun owners are very responsible people. You only hear about some of the irresponsible situations, and that's why some of them are starting to go to jail, and they should. Like, you have to have your firearm secure. You have to maintain it and do all the stuff with it. Those are kind of things that are encouraged. And, groups like the NRA, they have classes. They have safety things. They have like little poster things for kids, like, what to do if a friend wants to show you a gun. This is what you do. You stop, you walk away. I forget what it is. Don't touch, go get an adult. These are things that kids need to know. What happened to all cultures have value and respect all cultures. Darn right. Respect every culture except Christianity. I've been seeing what's been going on over in England where the king, he was talking about Ramadan, first day of Ramadan, and the head of the Church of England didn't talk about the start of Lent. Not a word. Not a word. That's all your problem, though. We warned you back in the 1500s not to do this. When I say you, I'm talking in general you, because obviously no one that lives today was around, but that's why it was a bad idea. No human can take on the role of head of the church. 3 terms trolling, I think, is going too far. Yes, you see, that really pisses me off. It's like, really? It's like, fine, do you want us not to support you? It's like, we didn't support you to do this shit. Playing right into the hands of the left, saying, see, and we can't defend it. We can't defend it. And yes, it will affect things. I mean, damn it, we're right. We have a very important election today. And yes, these kind of things can get the undecideds to vote against the right, the good. I mean, just shut up. It makes me mad. And just reminds me of how futile it is, because if he just can't shut the F up, well, then maybe he didn't deserve this term. On the other hand, I'm glad that obviously the results happened the way they did, because we'd be in a much, much worse, a much scarier place if Kamala had won. But yeah, with some of Trump is saying and what Farage is doing, I'm beginning to wonder if it is the year of disappointment. Yeah, what's going on with Farage? Yeah, it is. It's very disappointing. I was so happy, and then it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I agree, Norporial. He should be setting up Vance for the next election, not trolling people. Yeah. Well, see, and a president shouldn't be trolling people. Because I don't know if he thinks, ha ha ha, I'm owning the libs. It's like, no, you're not just owning the libs, you're owning us. Okay, the people that supported you. It's like you're scaring us with all this talk of invasions and things. It's not funny. And the third term stuff is not funny. And I wish someone would do something. I mean, the whole thing was that it was setting up for Vance in 2028. Not that I disagree with President Trump in general. Well, no. I mean, I disagree with what he's doing, what he's talking about. He thinks he's being funny. It's like, no, you're not being funny. I know I've said that 1,000 times. I'll repeat myself. You're not being funny. You're being a saboteur of your own cause. Stop it. Archer Collins says, the PM, the BBC, and the Army all post messages celebrating Eid, but not one mention of Mother's Day. Oh, yeah, that was a big deal that they didn't mention Mother's Day, for crying out loud. And perhaps because it was connected with Laetare Sunday. But that's just absurd, because Mother's Day or Mothering Day is a secular thing too, if you will, nowadays. Everyone celebrates Mother's Day. Whether or not they're doing so in connection with Christianity. There's not such a thing as not enough trolling. Wait, that's like a negative thing. There's such a thing as not enough trolling, or there's not such a thing as not enough trolling. Okay, help me out there. I told you my brain cells can't handle it. The problem is the left doesn't know what a joke is and what isn't, so they use everything he says as fact. Well, and that's the problem, but it's not just the left. It's us. It's me. I don't know if he's serious or not. I need to know that my president means what he says. And if he weren't the president, that'd be one thing. But as the president, he can't troll. He needs to let his yes be yes and his no be no. Because then I don't know what's going on. No one knows. And if we're out here trying to do the good work, especially locally, and these things come up, and we're like, well, he's just joking, we think. It's like, what can we do? He's sabotaging us. I just don't. Oh, it makes me so pissed off. My heart's going to explode with rage. I just hope when our AI overlords take over, says Archer Collin, they have our interests in mind. Yeah. Owning confuses me. I thought they were against slavery. Oh, yeah. But you know what I mean? The whole owning. Like, ha, ha, ha. We're going to make people like, the libs. Rachel Perciard says, an article popped up Sunday about the Alberta province considering secession from the Commonwealth. I hope that's the early April Fools. Yeah. It's not good. Trump is funny, sinister funny. Well, he's going to laugh all his way to defeat. and that's going to hurt the American people. I think Trump's motto should be "Why so serious?" instead of MAGA. Well, like I said, we've got an election today. I hope he didn't fuck it up. Boy, I just broke my F-bomb Lent thing, and I did it without my cat. I usually blame it on my cat. Wow. Well, we started musing on this one, didn't we? It's serious. It's serious. And what's his name? Carl Benjamin, he was on Timcast, and he was pointing this out. He's saying Trump is making it hard for people to choose the right by what he's doing. And he's wasting the political capital that he has on what? A joke? A joke? Archer Collins says, I know we are living in clown world, but I wish it were easier to tell jokes from reality. Precisely. I mean, leave the jokes to the comedians. Leave it to Greg Gutfeld and stuff. Rachel Perciart said, we could have been looking at 12 years of a conservative government, which might have been enough to affect meaningful change. Darn right. Why do I hear Father Miller, Archer Collins? Shame, 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 shame. Yeah, that's right. Yes. Yes. Be careful. Be careful. And this is why I'm thinking the Carmelites had the right idea. Maybe I'll go to Mass with the Carmelites this Sunday. Carmelites are awesome. Go hang out at a monastery. Archicon says, comedian, have you heard modern comedians? Yeah, well, I have heard modern comedians. But, there's people, conservative comedians like Greg Gutfeld, who says silly things. They're around. All right. Wow. I was going to send you all over to Mrs. Dadman Walking earlier, but then we started getting my blood pressure up. So I want to thank everyone, but let me put her link here in the chat. Let her know it's from me. She's a good gal, needs support. She just got recently monetized, and she has, what do you call them? She has memberships. I'm eventually going to get memberships. Here's what I was thinking. There is a 99-cent membership option that I was thinking where it's general support of the channel, because it is true that that kind of money, even 99 cents, that does help support me making more content and being able to, for reasons. So that would be like the general perk, is like, yay, you love me and you get a rose. Maybe one of the perks would be giving you all access to my outtakes from the videos that I make, and they can be wild. I can say some weird stuff. So maybe that. So that's something to keep in mind. Did one of my moderators take care of that? I think so. Part of me wants to slap him in the back of the head and say, stop being a twit. Yeah. Oh, for some reason it won't show up on my end, though. I'm trying to highlight it. And what I would say, Rachel Percy, is stop being a twat. And that's what he's being. And if the elections don't go well today, I'm going to blow a gasket. I would become a Carmelite nun if it wasn't for the fact that I am very unsuited to that vocation. But maybe I'll become a half Carmelite. Just give up the world, go to the desert. Because when we've got the victory that we have, and then they fuck it up. I said it again, sorry. What elections are those? Well, today there's the elections in Wisconsin for Supreme Court, and there is a special election in Florida today for some of the congressional seats that were left open by people that had joined the Trump administration. And so since the seat was open, there was a special election. And if we lose a seat because of this, because of a joke, because you just have to be funny. Son of a bitch. I don't blame you at all. Going back to nature is sounding pretty good right now. Yeah, I'll look into it. Well, I'm starting with my Alaska cruise. Maybe I'll be one of those people that just cruises all the time. Who knows? Yeah, but stay tuned. Stay tuned, everyone. Scott Pressler has been working overtime for this. And the fact that if it's like, help him out, GOP. I mean, this guy's the real deal. He gave us Pennsylvania, for crying out loud. The left doesn't do this. The left doesn't leave their people flailing, and they support their people. Now, I disagree. They support their causes. I disagree. But they get behind and they do it, and they don't mess around. Gosh. Archer Collins says, given the difference in pronunciation, are you talking about caramel nuns? No, caramel. Carmel. Carmelite nuns. I'll come up there. Awesome. St. Teresa of Lisieux. My namesake was a Carmelite nun, and so is Teresa of Avila. Yay. My spelling namesake. Great nuns. St. Benedicta of the Cross, Edith Stein, was a Carmelite nun. Carmelites ruled the world. Doctors of the church, many of them. Yeah. So in any case, I'm really going to leave now. I already gave you the link to Mrs. Dadman Walking. Go there, give her some love, give her some views, maybe join a membership there. We have Archer Collin, Rachel Percy, Archer. Oh, I already said Archer Collin. We had Greek Letter Guy. We had let's see, Norporeal Life Form and Force of Light Entertainment. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Thank you for being here. We had Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. We had Adega Outlaw, Snorta Pupus Kubur, Hound 3000. Hope I don't miss anybody here. If I do, it's not intentional, but it jumps all over the place. Antiderivative Jill. I think I already said it, but if I didn't, thank you for being here and everyone. The plan is tomorrow night we're going to have Magitech Mags on to talk some fashion, and Thursday night we're going to have Know Me Without You with some pub crawl. Oh, look, it's Biggles Met. That's why we leave. Yeah, Biggles shows up and we all take off. Give him some support too. Give him some support and some love. Okie dokie, bye-bye. I think I forgot to say hi when I got here like 20 minutes ago. Oh, so you have been here. I think you did forget to say hi. So be sure to bother me. And have a great day, everyone. Have a great day. And be certain. Oh, stay tuned, Biggles Mets. Maybe we need to do a hate Snow White stream since Snow White's trending. Maybe we'll work something like that out. Have a good day, and be certain to not watch the new Narnia garbage.